Hi, welcome to Videowave. I'm Kyle, and I'm really excited to be back hosting the show after I was traveling for about 3.5 months in South America, and I had some interesting times. I mean, I've traveled alone before, so it was really no big deal, but for some reason, without fail, everywhere I go, I always tend to see men playing with themselves, and I don't understand why. It just happens that way. They say Buenos Aires, Argentina, is the Paris of the Americas, but you never really hear about perverts hanging out in Paris. But believe me, I found my fair share, not only in Buenos Aires, but in Peru also. That's a whole other story. I don't want to talk about it anymore, which leads me to our next video. It's called I Don't Want to Talk About It by the Wild Strawberries.
For Videowave, I'm Bonnie, talking to Wes and Kevin.
Hello, hello.
From the band Triple Fast Action. So we want to get to know you guys. We've got a clip we're going to look at in just a little bit. And tell me how you guys got together.
Well, me and Brian, the drummer, who is not here right now, we're playing in bands forever since we were teeny little kids running around. And so when the band we were in broke up, we started playing together again. And then we found Kevin working in this weird, like, patent leather, kind of studded leather clothing store, where he sold nipple rings and stuff, and then
should I ask what you were doing in there?
I was just hanging out. I was looking for a bass player. and then he knew Ronnie, the other guitarist from the band they played in. So
that's great. So did you have to get stolen away from another band, and how did they convince you?
Yeah, I was in another band with Ronnie, and their deal sounded better than what was going on in my other band.
He kind of ditched Ronnie. Ronnie was pissed at us, but then Ronnie just joined up,
That's right. So what was that deal as far as it going along? Where were you at that point?
Brian and I had been playing together in bands that were doing, that had done all right, not great, but at least had shows, and they were still kind of in the basement, so I think he thought there was a chance, we could do something.
So
although he didn't want to play bass, he's really a guitar player, and he got stuck playing bass.
So how did it get started? Are you a live band? Are you a band that wrote songs and recorded them? It was
a live band from the beginning. We practiced, for a couple months, and then just started playing shows. And the studio is always a weird thing. I mean, I love it, but it's weird.
Did you always have the name Triple Fast Action, or did you have to go through a whole bunch of them to come up with that?
Well, that was the first name we had. Kevin's got a good story. He thought it up, so.
Yeah. That came from there was a Japanese band, like the late 70s and early 80s called Action. Oh, I just broke your book. And they were like Japan's answer to Kiss, the makeup and big costumes, and they put out this album, and what they would do is they would basically take a Kiss song and just change the lyrics, and all the lyrics were in Japanese except for the choruses were in English.
Wow.
And one of the songs was called Triple Fast Action.
At first, I thought it was because of those Gold Bond commercials in the middle of the night. That medicated powder has triple fast action. And then he tells me this whole story about a week ago. I didn't know for 3 years where we got the name from. So.
Wow. Does he make up a new story for every interview?
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's starting to expand on it a little bit, so it's going good.
Getting more colorful all along the way. Well, speaking of colorful, right behind you are album graphics, they're posters, which if you write into Videowave,
the record looks like.
They will send posters to you. So write into Videowave at the end of the show, and we'll send away some
Go
CDs
steal
and
the
posters.
record.
But tell me how you managed to pick this image.
I don't really know. No, we had come up with the name Broadcaster, and then we were just trying to get. I didn't want to, I think our name Triple Fast Action already says everything about our music in there, and I didn't want the cover to be this big explosive, Triple Fast Action looking kind of cover. So we went with something a little bit softer and pretty and.
Spacey.
And spacey, yeah. Right. We're trying to be on the cutting edge.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys had like a UFO.
Well, we're all into UFOs.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody's into UFOs these days.
Have you seen one?
Huh? Well, I'm thinking I did when I was younger, but I can't remember if I dreamt it or if I really saw one. Have you seen one?
What do you think?
I've seen a few.
Really? Where? Anywhere good? He's making up some good stories for us.
I've seen a couple.
Out in the Midwest.
That's all I can really say.
Yeah, all right.
Are you not allowed to talk about it?
So
Kevin's in the witness protection program, by the way.
So you have to be very, very careful. Well, we're going to take a look at the video, and we're going to try to talk him into telling us about UFO stories. So stay with us. The name of the song is Revved Up. And this is Triple Fast Action on Videowave.
We're back.
Thank you, Wes. Take it away. Here, in fact, you hold the microphone. It's Wes and Kevin from Triple Fast Action. I'm Bonnie, and I want to talk about the video. What was it like making Revved Up?
It was a lot of fun, but it was weird too. Videos are weird, you know. It's hard to take your music and try to put it to, you know, some video. So we tried to just make something that was us playing and goofing around a little bit, and that's how we came up with the idea. But it's weird because there's all these people standing around watching you like play air guitar. You know, like what you did when you were a kid in front of the mirror, but now you got to do it in front of these people, and you know, you're spending a lot of money. I don't know. It was fun though.
Had you ever done any work before, kind of as a practice, any kind of independent videos? Maybe looked at yourself at the I'm sure you've watched yourselves play live before.
I hate watching us play live.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
But no, we hadn't done any video or anything. So no, we just kind of went for it. And it's a weird thing because, you know, I don't know, the lights and the cameras and all that stuff, it kind of throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. You chose a very colorful set, and you were very colorful, I know.
I was having fun.
What was going on? I think if you look at
See, my whole goal in this rock thing is to try to just get into movies. See, I don't really care about music. I just want to get a part in a good movie. So that's about it.
Right?
So
Calling all talent scouts.
Yeah, like I have a shot at that.
Never know. Never say never. Definitely not. So it was done in California, though.
It was done in California.
And what, took you the full day to do it?
Yeah, one whole day. It's actually really tiring by the end. I mean, we're wimps, too, but it was, you know, it's a lot of, you know, fake rocking out, and, you know, you start sweating and stuff, so. We got good food. It was a fun day. Huge thing of Twizzlers.
That's great. We need to draw Kevin in and find out what exactly are you reading? What could be more interesting, this interview for Videowave?
I'm looking at the pictures that Linda McCartney took in the 60s.
Have you guys ever heard about the tape they made off the, excuse me, the tape they made, someone made a tape from the Wings playing live of Linda McCartney, just her singing the backup parts, and it's on a cassette. I haven't heard it yet, but someone told me about it and said it's just awful. It's like her going, "You've heard it? Really? Is it amazing? She's so out of key and stuff." I love that. Like, that's so cool.
Well, it must be kind of exciting to be on the same label as the Beatles. I mean, was that
and the Beach Boys.
deciding factor?
Beach Boys, one of my all-time favorites.
I thought you were going to say the Beastie Boys.
In fact, I think I'm going to put a huge, you know, piano and a sandbox in the middle of my living room too, pretty soon. And make people crawl through a tent to get into my house and stay in my room for 3 years and do drugs.
Well, everybody better buy lots of Triple Fast Action CDs to help realize this dream.
That's true.
I mean, I think that is a dream that definitely needs to be realized. In fact, have you found a favorite picture in there, Kevin?
No.
No, not yet. Before the end of this interview, he may find a good one for us.
We were having a meeting with record companies when the whole getting signed thing was happening, and Kevin fell asleep in the meeting. He was sitting in the corner. I look over, and it was like this pretty intense meeting. Anyway,
well,
I was
like
off the subject.
A little insight to getting signed and the thrill of getting signed. You may think you want a major label deal, but you never know what might happen in these power meetings. Well, I just want to say thanks for coming by, and watch for their video. We'll definitely be playing it again in the future.
Lots.
You're going to be touring all through the summer.
As long as we can.
Right? So coming back around, starting with Magnapop.
Yeah.
I know.
Magnapop, and then a month off, I think, and then back on with someone. You know, and we'll see what happens.
That's great. Well, we'll be keeping our eyes peeled.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Wes. Thanks, Kevin.
See you later.
Talk to you soon. For Videowave, I'm Bonnie. Stay tuned.
Oh, hey, so I promised I'd tell you about Peru. All right, so Peru was very different than Argentina, very different. It was beautiful, I guess. Well, Machu Picchu was beautiful. It's the ancient Inca ruins I'm talking about. You should make it a point to go there before you die. It is a lovely place, really is. Anyways, get yourself an education. Go to Peru. But the downside was that Lima has to be one of the most dirtiest cities I've ever been in, okay? It's just... I took this bus ride, 16 hours, from Lima to Arequipa, which is a city in the south of Peru, and I'm on this bus. Stinky, smelly, people on the bus with their chickens, babies strapped to their back. I was like this in the bus. I felt like I was riding the F train or something, but so hey, no big stretch. So it is good to be back in New York. I did miss home. I really did miss people pushing and shoving me and calling me all kinds of names. It's great to be back. No place like home. Anyhow, please write to us at 711 12th Avenue, New York, New York. What's the zip code? 10019. That's 10019. Peace.